Hey, good morning, parents and teachers. Listen, this year, make sure that your kids and your students are reading all day, all year. Too many of our kids are reading below grade level. Too many of our kids are struggling readers. And too many of us adults are doing the reading for them. As long as we keep reading for them, they will not catch up. They will not read at their grade level. They will not understand what they're reading. They will struggle academically, and they will remain dependent on us. So let's flip the script this year. Parents, do you have something that needs to be read at home? Some mail that you open, you feel fine with them reading? Read it. Put signs around your house, your routines around your house, and have them read them every day. Have them read ingredients to recipes. I've been doing that with my kids since they were little. When I'm baking some bread or baking some cake, baking a cake, they read the recipe. Okay, teachers in school, whenever you write something on the board, they read it. You're not reading anything. Okay, I need you to understand how important this is. Do not read anything to them. It might be slow at first, but you got to get the whole entire class used to reading, and with the expectation that they will be reading. Okay, so have posters around your room that you want them to read every day. So be very intentional about what you put up on your walls. It's not just for decoration, right? It's not just to create a nice learning environment. It's for them to work. They will be working. You want to have a pointer, and you want to be pointing to what's on your wall and having them read in the morning when they come in, when they come back from recess, when they come back from gym or arts, when it's time to begin a lesson. Have routines and procedures up on the wall. One thing that I did when I was teaching that really helped my students accelerate when it came to reading was when we had spelling words that they had to learn how to spell, and they had to do vocabulary tests. I had them up on the board, and I pointed to them every single day, and my students read the words and they read the definitions. Okay, and then when it was test day, I took them down. All right, so make sure that whatever your kids are learning, whatever you want them to be learning, whatever you are teaching at the moment, even if it's social studies, right? And you need your students to be aware of, even if it's social studies, and you want them to learn the material, and you want them to practice for the test coming up, that needs to be up on the wall. They need to be reading aloud all the time. Okay, you can have a few questions up there too. You can have them read the question, and then you can have them raise their hand to answer the question. Make sure they are reading all the time, not you reading to them. They're going to be reading to you, and this is how they take ownership of their education. This is how we keep them busy, so they don't get distracted while you're trying to teach. This is how we keep them engaged. They always have to be working, and they always have to be reading, and then after they read it, they're writing it down. I don't care if every single day when you are teaching social studies, you start the class with them reading the wall and then writing down the same thing every single day, and do that for the first 10-15 minutes of the lesson. I don't care if it seems tedious. It might, but your kids are reviewing. They are learning how to read. They are learning how to write. They are learning how to spell. They are remembering these facts, and it won't be so hard. They're studying. It won't be so hard for them when it's time to take the test, and you won't have to work so hard. So I'm telling you, my students in my tutoring coaching program, they're always reading. I'm not reading unless we are reading. Like right now, we're reading The Mouse on a Motorcycle, and I have them each read a paragraph, and then I'll read a paragraph, and then they'll all read a paragraph each, and then I'll read a paragraph like that. But I'm not reading to them. There's nothing that they can press that will read the text to them. That's not happening in my program. I know that as a country, we are working more and more with technology, and it's helping us in teaching, but these kids are becoming way too dependent on it, and they are not. Every time they read, they are activating their brain. They are growing, they are learning, they are processing every single time they read. So let's make sure they're reading all day, all the time. All right, I got y'all. Love you so much. Believe in yourself, believe in your kids or your students, parents and teachers, and always remember that growth is unlimited. Peace.